Welcome back everyone for this third webinar in the series on the basics of the B Impact Assessment. Today we will be discussing how you can use the B Impact Assessment to evaluate your impact performance. To do so, we are going to cover three topics. First, we'll be discussing the different kind of questions you may encounter in the B Impact Assessment. Second, we will be discussing the impact business models, a unique feature of the B Impact Assessment that is not available in other methodologies. Third, we will be discussing the process of B Corp certification. Without further ado, let's jump right in. We start where we left off last time. We have started filling out the questions in the B Impact Assessment. The B Impact Assessment tab in the menu keeps track of our progress so far. Another option that becomes relevant now that we have started filling out the questions is the question filter in the menu on our left. This option displays all questions in the assessment, covering all 5 impact areas. This can be helpful if you are getting started and want to get an impression which topics you will encounter. In addition, it shows your score and the percentage completed. Lastly, there is a filter option that can help you narrow down the set of questions to those you are particularly interested in. Clicking a Filter option opens a new screen which we can use to apply filters. For this example, we focus on the filter Impact Areas. That helps us filter all questions related to the environment impact area. Selecting this filter removes all questions from the list that are not related to the environment impact area. If we look at the questions in the question filter, we can see there are 4 main question types. Let's take an example of the topic Air and Climate in the environment impact area. There are questions related to the policies, practices, outputs, and outcomes of the company. The next topic we will talk about are impact business models. At the start of each impact area, we will find a question labeled business model. In this example, the question is called environmental business model. The business model questions are aimed at companies that create a significant positive impact for one of their stakeholders through their business model. For example, a business model that aims to improve or preserve the environment. But what is an impact business model? An impact business model has 3 main characteristics. First of all, it's unique to the company. Second, it creates a significant positive effect for one of its stakeholders. And third, it assesses the core product or service or the design of the company. Not every company has an impactful business model. Numerous options are acknowledged in the B Impact Assessment that reward companies for business models that create a significant positive benefit for one or multiple stakeholders. For example, in the environment impact area, companies with a business model that contributes to circular economy or the energy transition are rewarded. Please note that most companies have 0 or 1 impact business model. Selecting an impact business model opens up a set of new questions with additional scoring options for the company. In this example, resource conservation. Scores earned for impact business models are displayed in the light blue color, such as in this example in the dashboard of the B Impact Assessment. In addition, a breakdown of score in Operation Score for all standard questions and Impact Business Model Score can be found in the dashboard. This also shows NA points or not applicable points, which are shown to even out potential scores for topics that do not apply to the company. If you are watching these webinars, you might be interested in acquiring B Corp certification. I'll spend the remainder of the webinar talking through the steps to acquire B Corp certification. If this is not of interest, please skip to the end of the video. The company has to complete 6 steps to acquire B Corp certification. Right now, you are likely in step 1, completing the B Impact Assessment to reach the 80-point bar. Once you have completed step 1, you can submit the assessment and prepare for the review to be conducted. We will ask you to provide supportive evidence, such as documents and data, to verify your answers. You will also have the opportunity to provide additional explanation of your answers in a review call. Parallel to this process, you should also adopt the B Corp legal language. Once everything is completed and your score is still above the 80 points, we can finalize the certification. We will discuss the review in more detail in a later webinar. Right now, we will expand on the legal term change in the terms of certification. The B Corp legal language describes the interplay between the company and its stakeholders. It provides legal protection to embed its mission when a company faces a takeover or change in ownership, but is also a commitment to doing business in the interest of people and the planet. Not every country or jurisdiction has the B Corp legal language already in place. Check the website to see if it is available in your country of residence. The B Corp legal language adds 2 main items to the company's Articles of Association: a commitment to creating a significant positive impact and consideration of the interest of all stakeholders in decision-making. Most companies will adopt the B Corp legal language in parallel to completing the B Corp certification process. There is the option to adopt the B Corp legal language within 3 months of finalizing the certification to account for companies with multiple shareholders or those that have infrequent shareholder meetings. This table provides an overview of the costs of certification which are paid at the time of finalizing the certification. This pricing schedule is accurate as of the 1st of January 2020, but may change in the future. Companies over 100 million in annual revenue will have a scaling certification fee, but may also have to pay additional costs based on their structure and additional support. Please consult the website or contact your local B-Lab office for support. Thank you for joining this 3rd webinar in the series on the basics of the B Impact Assessment. If you have any questions, please contact your local B-Lab office. Do watch the other webinars as well to get a thorough understanding of the B Impact Assessment.